Cooper was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. Emmett was the baseball guy.
My monkey man.
Hi, Night Owls. My name is Jada.
My name is Menda.
And welcome to the Midnight Chat.
The girl chat that's officially part of your nighttime routine.
I don't know what I'm saying.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be talking about...
Is romance even still alive?
No. So...
You're not even going to let me finish my story. So before we begin, we know it's going to be a pretty chaotic conversation today. I kind of want to do a little bit of a midnight mantra. And let's unclench our jaws. Let's breathe in. Breathe out, relax your shoulders, and just know that you're in a safe space. And you guys can always use the comment section to talk to your fellow night owls. So now for the messy part. Is romance even still alive? So how do you even define romance? Because I feel like I have a different definition of romance.
When a guy is going so above and beyond that you almost feel a little bit anxious. Like you're going into a room that is full of like your favorite flowers and you didn't even ask. It's not a special occasion. It's just a Wednesday.
Like the cheesy hotel bedroom.
First of all,
I feel like that's romantic, but it's kind of gotten tacky.
I'm not talking about the rose petals at the Hyatt Hotel. I'm literally talking about like my lilies all over the counters, and he's not even there. I just walk into a room and just happens to be there. He's still at work being a CEO.
Anyway,
I'm walking in and I'm seeing my favorite flowers there, just chilling. He's saying, "Hey, have a good day." That is romantic to me.
Okay, I feel like it doesn't even have to be above and beyond. Like, I know, like, as Black people, we're not going back to the 50s and stuff, but I want a man to, like, I pick outside my window and he's shoo-bop-ba-dop-bop, like,
Peek
you know.
outside your window?
Like, he's outside serenading me. And
not
like,
Joe from
like,
you.
No, I think that's so cute. Like, oh, you're serenading me. Like, that's so cute. He doesn't have to do the absolute most. I don't need, like, the flowers and stuff, just the effort of it.
So he can just give you a keychain, but as long as the effort is there,
it's
romantic?
If it was a keychain that he knew meant a lot to me, like I told him the backstory of like, oh, my life, I wanted a keychain, and he got me a keychain, I would love that keychain.
But is it on the keys to a G-Wagon?
It's the keychain that matters. Has this generation lost its romantic touch? And I feel like I just spoke about that with like the 50s and the shoe bop it up men. Like I do. I feel like, you know, I want a dapper Dan. You know, I want someone to take me dancing. Guys don't even like, what's it called? Like when they come pick you up, you have to walk to the door. I've heard like girls have to walk to the car door. They don't pick you up. They don't bring flowers.
I know of this generation, there's like a whole new definition of romance. So they just have their own, I guess, way of seeing it. Personally, I'm not with it, but if it makes a person comfortable and if that's what they like, that's what they like, sure.
What do you mean like a new way of romance though?
Like every generation has its definition of romance. Like in the 90s, what was it, Generation X? Their definition of romance was women going Dutch. Like that was the thing because they were feeling liberated. They were going into like, what's it, the third or fourth wave of the feminist movement. They felt like that was romantic for them to like feel empowered to pay the bill and stuff like that. But in the generation before that, baby boomers, that was not even fathomable, probably because she wasn't allowed to have a bank account. But in the generation after that, because of all of that type of oppression, they felt empowered and it probably felt romantic to be able to say, hey, here's half.
But I'm trying to find the difference between romance and money, because I feel like a guy can just throw money at you, you know, like you're saying with the G-Wagon. He can just buy you a G-Wagon. He can just buy you dinner and stuff, but it's like he's not romanticizing you or whatever that is.
Romancing you?
Yeah, he's not romancing you. He's not making you feel special, especially like if he has money, He's going to spend it anyway. He's either on you or somebody else. So I just feel like you gotta have to find that level between money and him actually really caring about you.
That's why I mentioned that I have to feel like my heart is like coming out of my chest, you know? Like you can buy me anything you want to. That's fine. I feel like, okay, well, I deserve that, so I don't care. But if my heart starts racing, I'm just like, oh my God, this man did something so thoughtful for me. So there was a guy that I had went on a first date with, and
story time.
So I'm a huge anime nerd. I've been watching anime since I was, a little kid.
Sure is.
And I'm just now kind of getting into the memorabilia aspect of it because, it was, what was it, like a scarlet letter. If you liked anime back then, you were getting jumped.
Yeah.
So
fight for your life.
Yes, I was boxing the hallways.
Naruto thinks he can underestimate me. He better not.
So I kept it a secret for a long time, up until recently. So this guy that I was going out with, I hadn't even met him yet. He owned a company that employed all of the anime voice actors. So he knew that I loved Naruto because it was like on my bio. And he was like, well, I have something for you. And they happened to be at Anime Con. So he got like the voice actors of Naruto to send me voice messages, and I literally started crying. And we hadn't even met yet. And so when we did meet, he like had this big bag and he was like, here you go. And I took it out, and it was like the entire cast of Naruto had signed these really sweet messages to me, and like they gave me baubles. I mean, she can attest to it.
It was the cutest nerd love story ever. And I honestly, like, I wanted to cry for her because I was like, that's actually really cute. I mean, not for me, but you know, for her though, it fit the prize. It was like a cute, nerdy love story.
Exactly, that's specific to me, and I know that stuff costs like thousands of dollars, but it didn't matter about the money because to me that was like priceless. You can buy me a G-Wagon, but if you got me stuff like that, that's what's gonna win for me every time. That's what I mean by romance.
But then I feel like people in society would call him a simp. And that's kind of like the next topic I want to bring up. Like, is a simp a bad thing? Because it has such a bad negative connotation towards it.
A simp is a man who respects women. Like, what else is a simp? Like, I don't understand what that is.
Because it's like, yeah, I have so many guys who are like, oh, I can't be a simp. Like, I can't be a simp. It's like, you care about a woman and you want to be with one and you're doing everything you possibly can to make her happy. What's wrong with that? Like, give me a simp. I want a simp.
Look, they can't be a simp, but what they can do is see a therapist. How about that? Like, go see a therapist. If you can't, like, if you feel this type of threat, I don't know, this homoerotic threat that I am going to be embarrassed by my fellow male just because I'm treating a woman with respect and I'm showing her what she likes.
No, literally.
BetterHelp.com.
No, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com.
We'll
it's embarrassing.
We'll tag them in the comments.
Please do.
No, okay, but to play devil's advocate, sometimes I feel like there are bad simps in the sense that, like, they owe it to you. It's like, oh, I did all that for you. Like, I gave you everything. That's kind of borderline, like, incels.
That's
like,
the nice guy trope.
Yeah, and the nice guys get called simps because they're like I've been there for you when your man let you down. Like, I was doing this, doing that. So, like, I deserve your love. It's like, no, you don't. So that's kind of where I feel like I'm just like, okay, what are you? Like, you know?
Does your love have ulterior motives? I think is the question. Yeah. If you feel like I'm doing all this because I have the intention of, hey, maybe she'll sleep with me, then you're weird. You're just a weirdo. But if you're doing this because it's like, oh my God, like, I want to treat my woman well, like, you know, I really like this girl or boy, whichever, then you're just being kind. You're being a good person. You're showing genuine interest in your mate. I think that's simply it. The fact that they're calling it simps, like Russell Wilson, like, there was this conversation. Oh, yeah. These weirdo men. Yo, do y'all have sense of your brain? Like, what is wrong? Why do y'all have Russell Wilson and Sierra's names on your lips?
No, they're losers. It's getting weird. It's getting weird.
It's getting weird. It's highly embarrassing at this point. Like, that football player is talking about, oh, Sierra should have chose Future because Russell, like, a cornball. He's corny.
You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so damn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square.
Yo, wait. Can we talk about how Future is a 38?
38. How old is he? 50, 60?
This man is 38. And he's over here talking about enjoy love. Grow up.
Yo.
No, literally, Future, grow up.
Literally a tweet about that. I was talking about, oh yeah, all these like fucking grown ass men talking about, ooh, what's up, slime? I'm a slime. But no, you a jive turkey. You a jive turkey. That's what you are, old man.
A certain time where you can't even get the whole thing of like, oh, boys there will be boys type of, oh, young mentality. You're a loser. Grow up.
Where the hoes at? Start a family. If you don't go start a family, please. It's so embarrassing.
Okay, this has nothing to do with it, but I was just a random story. I was at the park and I decided to go for a walk and I saw these grown men. I swear they were maybe in their 30s. And they went to these like young high schoolers who were playing basketball and they were talking about, hey, this is our court. And I actually stopped walking. And I said, I know y'all are not bullying these little high schoolers over the court. And the kids were scared saying, oh, well, we just want to see, like, get out. This is our court. And they had, like, a little speaker with them. And I was like, these are the guys who go online talking about, oh, a woman's place.
A woman.
I did not distinguish you from the hobo who was across the street.
I was bullied in high school. That's literally it. Get a life.
Those are the guys behind the screen. With all that though, do you think that like social media plays a part in it? Because with like the whole thing of romance being dead, because I have my views on that.
What are your views? Because usually I see a lot of like couple goals and aspirations and stuff like that. So you would think that romance would be more alive than ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's fake. Obviously, a lot of these romances and stuff, you see these people with these YouTube couple channels and these posts and stuff, and a lot of them aren't even in real relationships. They're just doing it for the subscribers and the whole situation. But I also do feel like romance is dead because social media makes like hookup culture or anything so easy. Like, you don't have to work so hard for the girl because you have so many options. You don't have to work so hard to woo her and get her to fall for you, because if she doesn't want you, some pick me will jump in and be like, hey, I'll take you, you know?
We don't have to leave the pick-me's behind when we go to the promised land.
Not the pick-me's. No, I want to help them.
I'm tired.
I want to help them.
I'm tired.
I want to help them see the light. Like,
y'all
are better than
let
this.
you help them. That's the thing.
He knows where home's at. He knows where home's at. I'm trying to like date outside of social media. I think it's more authentic that way. And I know there's like a lot of good stories of like, I met my man on social media. And that's good for you, but you're rare. Like, men had their friends married and they're all like, oh, you got to get married, and married life and being together and committed was such a thing that you as a man you aspired to do. Like, you want to get married. And now it's not the same thing. I feel like men have become the hot commodity. Like, girls are trying to reach out for men and trying to get married. It's like literally switched.
Just zoom in real quick. Whoever convinced men that they're the prize, you will not see heaven. I'm not even joking. You will literally not see heaven, because that's why we have all these men with podcasts. Always men with podcasts and microphones instead of a hammer and nails.
No, I'm saying the men at the park, they had a podcast. I'm telling you, you gave me just one name of the men. I would find their podcast.
I would find it.
I would find them.
I would find it.
What's it called? What do we call it?
Oh, it can't be Samuelites?
There we go.
Oh, God.
Anyways, okay. So I feel like as a hopeless romantic, because I'm going to call myself that.
Sure am.
Even though I've never, like, been in a real relationship, I think I'm a hopeless romantic. And being in a romance-dead world, it's hard.
It's a struggle.
It's so hard.
It's a struggle.
I need a moment of silence. Like,
it really makes me feel like, are my standards too high? Like, you almost have to question yourself at a certain point, seriously.
You know? Like, I expect the Hugh Grant. I expect,
sure do.
You know, the whole crazy over-the-top thing.
Sure
and
do.
Getting flowers, getting chocolates, I mean, that's cute, but is that romantic?
These are bare minimum things for me. These are all bare minimum things.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not crazy. I'll take the keychain, but the keychain's got to have some story behind it. Okay, guys, so for this portion of our little sleepover, we have a little game time with you guys. I want you guys to play with us too, so make sure you guys comment and let us know what you guys think. But I said, if your life had to be a romance novel or a movie,
speed it up.
Would it be?
So what would it be, or what would I want it to be?
Like, what would it be? Like, if you could pick any book, any story, anything to have your life in it, like, where would be the perfect romance?
So what would I want it to be?
Yeah, like, what would you want it? What would it be?
Honestly, anything with Hugh Grant. I really love 2 Weeks Notice. It's so cute.
That was cute.
Oh, I love, what's her face?
Sandra
Bullock. I love Sandra Bullock and I love Hugh Grant. So anytime they're together on the screen, that's me. Like, that's me.
If I had to do it, okay, so I know this is gonna be crackheadish, but I feel like somebody out there understands me. And for a novel, there's no such good novels like besides Wattpad. And hear me out. Wattpad was popping back in the day. Like, the fan fictions, I was reading the One Direction ones where like Harry was the kidnapper, like Zayn was the alpha. Like, it was some good stories. I'm telling you, people, these rap pad writers, they were played like y'all should have been New York's bestseller type of people. So if it came to a novel, I'd probably do a rap pad, like fan fiction. I didn't do the BTS because I kind of outgrew it then, but the One Direction ones, those were hitting.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Those were hitting.
I used to write fan fiction.
No, what?
I never told you that? For True Blood. Y'all watch that show? So good. Wait, I never told you that?
No.
Yo, it was really big. I should have 50,000 hits.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Wattpad?
No. It was called fanfiction.net. I think it was before Wattpad.
Yeah. No, maybe I didn't read your story. I don't know.
No, but it was actually really big to the point that I actually stopped because it was too much pressure. Like, people were constantly just like,
what?
Where's the new chapter? I was like, bitch, I got a class.
If
like,
anyone can find it online, if it's still there, please let me know. I have to read this. Another one y'all about to judge me for. But I'm telling you, like, you gotta think outside the box. Like, I be thinking outside the box.
Okay.
And I feel like Twilight, hear me out.
Actually, I agree with that.
You have two fine men fighting for you. Edward tried to, like, himself for it when he thought she was dead. Like, that is the type of loyalty I be looking for. I'm telling you, Jacob, all of that. And then, like, the scene where the car was like trying to run her over and he was like,
oh yeah,
and saved her. Please.
That shit is delusional, but it's just delusional enough for me.
It's perfect. It's just perfect. And you know what? She wasn't even all that. And they were going topsy-turvy trying to get with her.
No, she was dripping all these bitches though. Like, when she got married, remember when she left the gas station, she left her black card? Remember that?
That's what I'm saying. Her immortality and a baby and a platinum
It almost killed her, but still.
Anyways, I'm telling you.
But honestly, I would not be getting with Edward, okay? I would be getting with, what's his name? Big boy. Oof.
Jacob?
Emmett?
Oh, Emmett? Was it? No. That man fought for the Confederate.
No, that was the other one. That's with J.
He was hanging and he was
Jasper. That was Jasper's racist ass.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
No. That was Jasper's racist ass.
Listen, it's what I saw and what I read, and I said, brother-in-law, why would you do that?
Jasper was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. Emmett was the baseball guy.
My monkey man.
Yeah. Remember that one scene?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
You know what you did.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you guys were Wattpad girls, aka Twilight. I feel like Twilight was a perfection of like Wattpad and delusionalness that got me through high school, y'all.
Well, Twilight was. Oh no, that was 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades, which don't make sense.
I can kind of see it.
That's for another day. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining our little chat today. Please go in the comments and let us know what you guys think in your game. Like, what's your romance novel? And let us know if you agree with any of our choices, or if you think we're just straight up crazy.
And if you do, I said what I said.
All right, Night Owls, thank you so much for joining our little sleepover.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you feel like joining any of our other sleepovers. And I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Good night.
Bye.